They know that Nnamdi Kanu's trial cannot go anywhere. And they know that if it is concluded, it is a problem. If it is not concluded, it is a problem. So they make it an open-ended trial so that they will look as if something is happening. But they are not interested in his trial. They are interested in holding him perpetually until people realize that that's what they are doing. And I realized that a long time ago. The problem is that everybody has become complacent about Nnamdi Kanu's freedom. They have allowed the so-called Southeastern leaders who are deceiving them to say, oh, we are negotiating, we will get this thing resolved, to allow them to calm down the restless people who should get him out. You are not going to get Nnamdi Kanu out of detention by negotiation. It's not possible. Nigeria is holding Nnamdi Kanu to ransom for his unity. The payment they are demanding for is absolute unity and loyalty, regardless of what they are doing to Igbos. Yes, or they are doing to other Nigerians. Unless that ransom is paid, and that ransom is Nnamdi, or Nnamdi is rescued from the kidnappers. I think I want to say this, because Nnamdi Kanu is my friend, and I've been in this court several times on his behalf. In fact, when I would come to this court in the past, they would attack me physically. I was attacked physically thrice. Just the reason I don't come to court anymore is that a federal high court judge actually gave an order that I cannot attend this trial, this current trial. Yes, he mentioned my name specifically, so I don't want to waste my time coming to court. But it will be more than I think.
What Omotosho said in that video is absolutely the truth of it. That is the truth. Have you ever asked yourself, why are they still keeping Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in detention? For more than 5 years now, why are they still keeping Kanu in detention? There was a federal court injunction that said Mazi Kanu should be released, but the Nigerian government refused to obey that court injunction. My brother, don't be deceived. Nigeria of today is a company owned by some individuals. Don't be deceived. Let's tell the truth. That see, if bandits, the Fulani bandits are killing, governments would rather give them a peace deal. Or the government would rather look away and pretend as if nothing is happening. Government don't get any business to do with that. Even if the bandits buy everybody in the country, it don't concern government, because they are making money from the construction of Nigeria. And that is why they are ready to keep Nigeria united. But immediately you make mention of division, that every region should go on a separate way. Or if you come out and speak that you are agitating for the Biafra to go a separate way, for the Oduduwas to go on their ways, that day you become the enemies of the real owners of Nigeria, because Nigeria has owners. Nigeria as a contraption, Nigeria as a country has owners. And the owners are the ones keeping Nnamdi Kanu in detention, because they don't want anything to happen to their microfinance bank. As I'm speaking to you now, you should know that Nigeria is a microfinance bank, whereby the real owners go there to get money from it every month. And these people know what the implication of the divided Nigeria. That if Nigeria is no longer together, that if the Igbos go on their own, the Hausa go on their own, and the Yorubas go on their own, they might not get that enough money again to fund their lifetime. And that is why they are keeping Mazi Kanu in detention. And why, have you ever asked yourself that, why was Sunday Igboho, when Sunday Igboho started clamoring for the Yoruba nation, Oduduwa nation, what happened to him? DSS invaded his house. DSS invaded his house. But the Sunday Igboho, when he was fighting against the Fulani bandits, government acted as if nothing is happening. But immediately, Sunday Igboho joined agitation to call for a referendum. DSS invaded his house, and who are the owners of this country? Not the new get the country. Those who get the country know themselves. So all the things they are doing, it is a delay tactics to keep Nnamdi Kanu in detention forever. Because if not so, for Justice Binta Nyako started this case, they drag the case, the case drag. She had to excuse herself. All these things are part of the game plan by the government. They know. Now, Justice Omotosho has come now. Justice Omotosho now has now continue in the same trend that this particular case might have no end. It is part of their game plan to keep Nnamdi Kanu till 2031, until when another person will come and take over as the president of the country again. That one too will start here too, because they know how influential Nnamdi Kanu is. They know how Kanu has opened the eyes of many Nigerians to see the truth. This is a man who is well read. This is a man who is articulate. This is a man who is exposed. So everything they are doing, it is a game plan, not by the real owners of the country. Because if not so, I cannot see why a justice, a justice system, Kanu legal issue is taking so long. What did the man do? He cannot buy person. Cannot buy person. If you want to sentence him. If they had sentenced Kanu all these years, Kanu would have completed his tenure. But it is a delay tactics from them, the real owners of the country. And when this man speaks, it shows he knows what he's saying. That this man was illegally rendition all the way from Kenya. How you go kidnap person from Kenya? You kidnapped him from Kenya all to Nigeria. That alone is an international crime. It is an international crime for you to kidnap a British citizen in your soil. And the former president of Kenya, now, I think there is a fine. He's guilty of that. But they are doing it so that Kanu will not open the eyes of people. Because every Nigerian has now realized that this contraption will not go work. No matter how we continue to pass it, every day it will be the same stories, the same lies, the same set of people ruling us. It is not only the Fulani governors, it is all those in political offices. They are part of it. Are you telling me that the Southern governors are not aware of the plan to keep Nnamdi Kanu in session till 2031? Yeah, after now. Later on, they will ask Justice Omotosho to excuse himself of Nnamdi Kanu trial, so that the trial, there will be another judge again. They will continue to change judge until 2031 go reach. Tinubu will not leave the office. Another judge, another president will continue from when Tinubu stop and let them start the trial afresh again. just because the man has come out to speak the truth. The man has come out to say that nothing in Nigeria would work. And that is true. The federal government cannot keep the people in bondage. No matter how we tend to pretend, how we tend to rub ourselves on the head, one Nigeria cannot work. It will not work because we are not meant to be together. In the sense that a particular region would commit crime, the government, the law will not catch up with that other tribe. But if the other tribe commits crime, the law would immediately catch up with the other tribe. There are two laws in Nigeria. The Fulani has a separate law that is governing them. That even the Fulani man, 5 person today, the government would what, close eyes and then overlook it as if nothing happened. But you from the south, go and do the same thing. And you want us to be together. We are not meant to be together. And the reason why most of these people are supporting them is because they are eating out of the national cake. Nigeria is now a national cake. Everybody comes and go cut the cake and eat. Everybody comes, cut the cake and eat. Even those in the judicial system too. Every sector. And that is why anyone calling for the division of the country, you are automatically the enemy of these people. You are their enemy. That they will come out and say, who is this person calling for the division of the country? What effrontery does he have? What boldness does he have that want to make him stop us from eating our national cake? They want people to continue to remain under bondage. They don't want freedom. They don't want freedom. That is why you see that Kanu might remain in the DSS custody, except God have mercy. Because these people, these men, they are like occult group. These men are occultic. And these individuals, they are minute. How many them be? Will they terrorize the country like this? How many them be? That there's so much plan the game. And for the Igbo governors, you are doing it today because you are part of the system. Tomorrow you might not be part of the system. But remember, injustice is like a straight bullet. It can hit anybody. If it hits anybody, despite some of you that see that the country is in catastrophe, is in total mess, and yet you keep quiet as if everything is going on. Because if not so, how long will you take the judge to give verdict over Kanu's case? That every month you tend to adjourn the case, adjourn till next year, adjourn till this year, adjourn till this year. Kanu filed a no submission case, and the DSS and the justice and the judiciary rejected that Kanu should come and open defense. And this is a man who has won his legal trials against Justice Beta Inyako, that a court of appeal in Nigeria discharged and acquit Nnamdi Kanu and cleared all those allegations against him. And yet, the federal government refused to let him go. They know what thing then they do. Don't be deceived. Nigeria is a company, like Finance Bank. Once you are an elected official, you go there and get your loan. It is not a company. Every politician, Who are the stakeholders? The politicians are the stakeholders of the country. They are the major stakeholders. And that is why they are keeping Mazen Kanu under detention. My brother, don't be deceived. Not very satisfied governors, they can now collective efforts. They all can. It is a collective effort by the owners of the country, because these men are against anything called division in Nigeria. Because division would bring people to limelight. It will make them understand that as if we are under slavery. Yes, they don't want anyone that can open the eyes of Nigerians to see that what they are doing is evil. And that is why anything, they hate anything called division. If not so, what has Kanu said, or what has Kanu done, that the Fulani bandits have not done? And yet, those ones they get PhD. And yet, then they get PhD. Then they get PhD. But rather, Kanu the language inside JSS custody. Kanu is languishing inside JSS custody. So tell me. So that is the major problem in Nigeria. That is the major problem in Nigeria of today. There are some people are ready and are ready to do everything to sacrifice for the unity of the country, because they don't want division. They don't want division. Anything that has to do with division, these men don't want. It's like saying, they don't want to hear anything called division. They are doing everything possible to keep the unity of the country for their own selfish interest, for their own family, and for their own tummy. If bad like kill everybody for the country, it no concern them. If like let them be insecurity in the country, it no concern them. If they like make food no dey, you no concern them. Make road no dey, you no concern them. Make light no dey, you no concern them. Make money no dey, you no concern them. Make nothing dey the country, you no concern them. Their own be say, as long as that milk and that honey no dey stop flow, that oil wey dey in Niger State, wey dey in Niger Delta still dey run, and they are making profit out of it. That is their own. And that nobody will come out with the idea and with the mentality say they want to balkanize Nigeria, say they want to divide Nigeria. That is what those people don't want to hear. And then I have always say it, and I will say it again. Kanu is a prisoner of conscience. Kanu is fighting a good fight. Madam Kanu is fighting a good fight. No matter how you tend to see it, Kanu is fighting a good fight. Because it will go down history that a man who is fighting for freedom of his people has been jailed. Sorry, is in detention of the DSS dungeon. But the people who are acquiring people are giving amnesty, are giving peace deal by the same government who tag Kanu for treason. Who tag Kanu for treason. They are doing it from their own conscience. They are doing it from their own will. They are doing it because they have plans to keep the man in detention. They are doing it because they have plans to transfer everything called Nigeria to their children, so that after they pass on, their children will continue. They don't want anybody to rise outside the system. They don't want anybody to rise outside the system. And that is why they are doing everything possible to keep Nigeria in this state. in this state. If not so, what stops them from releasing Mazi Kanu after 5 years? After 5 years, no evidence. You allegedly said Kanu sponsored answers. Kanu said, bring out anybody when we are inside. You said I incited people. Let the people are incited, let them come out and testify. If they bring people come court, max people will cover face. They say Kanu inside them. Who did Kanu inside? These are all the games we know. We know all these games. We know how this thing go take end. That na game plan to keep Kanu till 2021. So when they keep her finish, Tinubu to go continue. Tinubu go to 2031. After Tinubu go, other presidents will come and start the whole case afresh. That is the game plan. But for how long can we continue to sustain this injustice in the country? How long do you think we will want to sustain this country called this commercial bank? Because it is a commercial bank meant for some individuals. Meant for individuals. The country is in a total mess. Politicians, they don't care about me and you, about the poor masses. You see for chop, they don't care. No food, they don't care. Unemployment, they don't care. Poverty, they don't care. They always say the country must be united against all wish. Anybody that stands up against division, if you let them for inside underground, they will find you out. That is how far the government can go to fish anyone out calling for Nigerian division. But the same bandit who is behind their window, they no fit see them fish out. Rather, they give them PZ. That is the current state of the country, of this commercial bank, of this contraption called Nigeria.